Dave.
Hey, hey, hey.
Cheers and greetings from Russia. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you all the way from across the earth.
Great.
The other side of the earth. The Western Hemisphere.
Guys asking who's playing.
Who's playing? I don't know. Anybody who wants to.
I say Lakey's night show.
Night show.
Late night show. So, what we're gonna do?
Join my room here. That's first thing.
Usually we don't see it without refreshing.
Yeah, let's see here. First I'm gonna pick Blasted.
Is the title specially?
Yeah, the title is special. Winner Stays Stream.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Yeah, this is going to be the lead-up stream for a massive, gigantic tournament, the next huge one.
Oh my god, am I playing? Maybe you play? Oh no.
No, you're playing.
I'm 80 level noob.
So what?
Okay.
You'll do good, you'll do good.
Let's see how they rate me.
I'll tell you what to do if you don't feel like you can. First, I'll watch how you play.
It won't be fair play, right?
Oh yeah, it's always fair. Here, I'll give you a nice intro. Dr. Satch on the bottom in the red against Boris Poinabiz on the top in the green. He's Toxin General. He's going straight into the supply. Walked right through his command center, that big nice building straight from Arabia. Down to the bottom we got Dr. Satch getting for his first safe supply on the right, heading into the left supply. He's going to head himself right into the middle to get some of those middle supplies because he doesn't want to run out of this. He's got the barracks on the other side of the map heading straight to the middle oil. This is really some exciting game here. You don't see expert players like this anymore. Dr. Satch, heavily drunk expert straight from Russia, has no problem playing under the influence of 6 bottles of vodka and a shaven stomach. Now,
oh my
this
god.
man has no problem whatsoever continuing the action. On the other side of the map in the green, you have Boris Poinab, who is sadly forgetting his vodka. But don't worry, he has vodka streamers straight out of his Toxin networks. That's actually the highest quality anthrax-infused vodka. The flavor is sort of like a cross between a lime and a cantaloupe. It's really something interesting alongside that horrific high alcoholic content flavor that burns all the way down. This is really
oh my god, I'm not an alcoholic.
Dr. Satch on the bottom only built 2 workers for his left supply. Very interesting strategy there. Perhaps the other workers are actually inside, but they're boozed out. Oh, there comes the third one. Somebody told him, get your tail out here. And he's going for a terror tech. He is demo, so he's got the 4 terrorists he needs to head straight up to the enemy base and pop off one of those supplies or pop off the arms dealer. Probably going to go for the arms dealer, but a supply will do him just as well. Meanwhile, we have Boris Poinabiz, who is tunneling the right side of the map, tunneled the middle oil, and heading himself over. He garrisoned the left building, but didn't build anything there. He's got himself an RPG tech. I didn't see any terror technical, but such is life. That was just a worker, so Dr. Satch heading straight up the left side with his terror tech, no problem. Actually, it seems the terror tech is on the right side middle. And on the left side, that's just an empty technical for harassment of the supply. He's going to make a right in, but will he empty? Oh, no, he doesn't. Now all those terrorists are dead, except for the 2 that managed to explode. As you can hear, Dr. Satch is smacking his keyboard, smacking his microphone, smacking his tongue, smacking everything he's got, smacking his legs, he's smacking his mouse. That's all it sounds like, anyway.
Oh my god, is it bad?
2 advanced demo traps in his base to keep himself protected. Lost his technical at the top because Boris Poinabiz properly, almost properly, boxed in both supplies. So he saved himself some time, and now down on the base of Dr. Satch, he's got 2 technicals. They are both filled. We have 2 terrorists, which he's going to... Oh, just blows up quad cannon, but also blows up one of his own RPG troopers. He's got some promoted RPG trooper, and he's going to be able to take out that quad, and this is not looking good for Dr. Satch. As Boris Poinabiz secures himself a 3rd supply and continues to very slowly take this game. But Dr. Satch, not one to be defeated early, gets himself up his arms dealer on the left side of his base. And sure enough, ooh, a little bit of miss micro there. Now he may have to face a super technical. And it does look like Boris Buenaviz is going to get himself that super technical. Almost missed it. Perhaps one of those demo traps will come in handy and save him from the scourge of these technicals. Back up in the base of Boris Buenaviz, we see the nice 3 scorpions, and maybe there's something in the tunnel, but we haven't seen it yet. He still has neglected the oils around the map, which he had complete opportunity to capture, and sure enough, Boris Buenaviz smacks into not 1, but 2 demo traps, losing his technicals, but allowing his RPG troopers, one of which is elite, to continue to do damage against the barracks. In the meantime, we see Dr. Satch heading for the middle oil, which is guarded by a tunnel, but that rebel should make it, and perhaps Boris won't notice as he goes into Palace. He has completely ignored his worker on the left side that could also be building a supply stash, just as Dr. Satch ignored the oil in his own base in preference for the oil in the middle. I assume that Dr. Satch, and hopefully Boris as well, will be playing the Semis Y2K20 World Series tournament, which is coming up. Should be the largest tournament in 0 Hour history, again with 128 spots available, and 150 if people get that far. Probably not going to be above 128. Hopefully it's that number. Here we see the big army of 5 Scorpions with the rockets, with 2 followers. Oh, never mind. There's 2 more followers. 4 RPG troopers and 6 Scorpions with 1 tunnel. There we see, is that another Terror Tech heading up to the base of Boris? Sure enough, Dr. Satch put a bomb on the... Ooh, put a bomb on the oil. He's probably going to force fire that oil there, and he's paying attention to that. Didn't cancel his tunnel there that was building on the right side supply. He's getting himself into a bit of a pickle here as he has very little to defend with. He did stop a Terror Tech in the middle bridge entrance to his base. But here we see, ooh, there goes the pop, and we see both RPG troopers very weak due to the Anthrax beta. And this is looking rather grim for him. He did take out the oil of Boris Buenaviz, but in his own base he has very little to defend because he, for some reason, figured that going quads against Tox is a good idea when everybody knows that Scorpions are the highly superior unit. Oh, very nice rundown. Gets every RPG trooper the Boris Buenaviz decided to take out for him, and now he says he's going to do a lot of big damage with his technical against the base of Boris, who is now popping 2 Scorpions out to engage the technical. The rocket does go off, just 1, doing a lot of damage to the art. Will the RPGs be retargeting? They are retargeting. Down at the base, Boris is not paying much attention to the attack going on. And so down goes the small force of Dr. Satch in the base of Boris Buenaviz. The GG is thrown down by both players. Dr. Satch says, quadruple asterisk show 3. And that is game.
Yes, I'm done.
Dr. Satch making it out of the game with a total of 15,150, 42 units created, 23 units lost, 19 units destroyed, 13 buildings constructed, 3 buildings lost, 0 buildings destroyed, against Boris Buenaviz's 73, 24, 20, 20, 0, 3, 32, 130. And now we head on into the next match here. Just got to fire up another room, and we're going to say Stream Challenge. And for those...
Like...
Whoa.
Have you made this one?
You made
I
it?
don't see it again.
I made it.
I don't see it.
Read that lobby. Refresh that lobby
Yes.
like a madman. Believe you
100
me, I
times.
created it. I made sure to make that room especially for you.
Stream challenge, right.
If anybody is ready for the stream challenge, which is the lead up for the world's largest tournament in 0 hour history, which will be coming up very soon, as you can see by the thumbnail of this video, it is the Y2K20 SEMIS World Series. The largest
noob in history.
Largest in history. Remember, this is arguably one of the greatest things that you are ever going to experience in 0 hour history if you are a semi player. If you are under the pro level, if you are prepared for the highest all-star strategies you will ever see convinced to use by semis. Really something very interesting. Hopefully one of the 3 people watching will join and play against you. So far, under the technicalities of the challenge, Dr. Satch is not supposed to play again. Boris Pointopez is supposed to play the next match against somebody else, but because Dr. Satch is here and because we don't have anybody who actually accepted the challenge from the stream or from any of the topics where I posted it, Dr. Satch is going to keep on playing.
I don't see anyone.
Boris is back, so let me...
online.
I'm going to throw Boris up here into the...
Okay, let's see what we got. Some matchups are completely screwed to me.
Oh, you're doing fine, my friend. Very fine. You're a fine addition to the great team. Okay, so we have Boris with 1.
Oh my god. Like, you should put ops. You're a player. Could you play without being on the map? Do they have such skills?
We could do a 1 vs 1 vs 1 on a 3-player map. This is the phantasmalogical game between Dr. Satch as USA Laser up against Boris Pointopez. The last match we saw Boris Pointopez completely and utterly fail against Dr. Satch, who completely obliterated his opponent while under the influence of 32 bottles of vodka, 3 bears on his back, and 11 ice cubes down his underwear. Let me tell you right now, Dr. Satch is so pro, he's prepared to completely and utterly annihilate Boris in this game. Boris on the other side of the map with 2 dozers. He's getting himself prepared to take both his supplies, not just one. Sometimes people forget that there's a supply up there and they go for the middle supply on this map. Not so with Boris. Boris is ready for this. Boris understands the total failure that other players make, and he is not prepared to make that same mistake. As we see, Dr. Satch doing the exact same thing, albeit a little bit slower, and keeping his command center against tank is a little bit of an odd choice when he needs that extra money. What he really needs to do under these circumstances is get himself into a nice defensive position. He is laser, so he can use laser tanks to his advantage against the Gatling tanks, which are inevitably going to be coming into his base to fire down his Chinooks. If he gets, say, 2 laser tanks, or rather a laser tank to start, then a Humvee, then another laser tank, he can quite easily deny the Gatling tanks that are going to be rolling in alongside out-microing and sending the V around to harass the supplies and dozers of Boris. Boris is actually, curiously, getting himself right in line to take his 3rd supply. Very aggressive move there. Very nice, though. That's what I like to see a lot of the time. This aggressive move. Getting a troop crawler through the middle, but Dr. Satch is prepared for that. He preeminatingly sent himself 3, 4 missile defenders right to the middle. He's laser locking very quickly. He needs to get a guy into that building so he can't get into it himself, Boris, and he needs to run away with some of those missile defenders. I believe he should have only sent 2 missile defenders out to the middle. Those missile defenders gotta look out, because as soon as that building goes down, they're gonna get harassed. But he's got a Humvee coming in the back and alongside that nice big laser tank. He's got a missile defender going around all the way around the top, which should laser lock that Gatling tank if he sees it, or ignore it if Boris doesn't see it, and go for the laser lock on the dozer for a dozer hunt. In the middle, we see that the missile defenders seem to have all succumbed, but with the Humvees in the middle, he is going to very easily be able to clean up those Red Guard and this supply here. There goes the laser lock on the construction dozer. Oh, but it's hitting the war factory. Very interesting. Oh, he's got to be able to, he's got to retarget that. Yeah, there he goes. Down on the bottom, you have the Gatling tank there and a Gatling tank on the top. So he's got Gatling tanks coming to his base from both sides of the middle. while he's focused on there, so he's got to get himself his laser tanks to defend his supply. That's imperative for him at the moment. He wants to stay away from that supply if it gets mines on it. Ooh, he's going to lose the laser tank. He's got to drive away from that supply. He's in a little bit of danger. There go the mines on it. Ooh, even more danger. But he's going to get the Gatling tank. Needs to drive his laser tank away from that supply of Boris. He needs an ambulance as well. Definitely needs to be defending his own base, though, from those Gatling tanks that are coming along. They're very dangerous. Very dangerous. Ooh, a little bit of trouble with the micro in the middle running the mines and other things, but he is getting himself prepared for a lot of things to come. Albeit in his own base, he missed out on just one thing, and that is the Gatling tank that is now harassing his supplies. He needs to move those Chinooks immediately up to the top so they're out of range of fire from that Gatling tank. And all he really needed, all he needs to do right now is get his laser tanks back. He needed at least one laser tank on guard in his base. There it is. And as soon as that laser tank starts pushing that Gatling tank away, he can get his Chinooks back on the supply. Here we see the Gatling tanks sneaking up to those Chinooks which are up there. I hope that Dr. Satch sends them back to the supply before they're shot down, which he does. Ooh, he's going to lose the ambulance in the middle, though. But he did save his 3 laser tanks, which he does need for his own defense. That's very important for him. Boris heading into airfield now. A little bit curious. He doesn't really need that, but he has the money for it, so if he wants to do it, he can, and that's very good. Needs all of his laser tanks in one place to defend here. In this particular case, he wants all of his apples in one basket. Ooh, hopefully he moves the Chinooks before they get shot down. That one is going down. It is irrecoverable. The other one is recovered. But this is looking a little bit grim. This is a little bit more of a difficult matchup in the semi-ranking. For semi-players, tank is a little bit overwhelming for the USA players. At the higher level, this is a very balanced matchup, with tank being able to overwhelm, possibly, but USA still having that highly superior offensive ability with dodging and skirting around things. That laser tank still doing work over there. He is heading for the oils, curiously enough, which is a good idea if he wants to come back into this, but he did lose both. Ooh, he needs to get that. He needs to get that laser tank away from the one with the bomb on it. Ooh, took a little bit of damage. Oh, he's got to run his Chinook away again. Got to run that Chinook back down to the supply. He is in a little bit of danger there if he doesn't do that quick. Oh, looks irrecoverable. Yep, it's going down. And down goes the Chinook. Does he have the capture upgrade? He does not at the moment. I hope he's upgrading it, and if he's not, he ought to sell his second supply center, which he doesn't need. Ooh, I hear that curious typing. Bad game. I knew something was coming when I heard typing like that. E. And that's 2 games in a row for Boris Buenapez. Very entertaining player. Very nice guy. So... okay, room is made.
Maybe someone undercover.
I can always check, or somebody else can if they feel like it.
Or it's the Buries the Blade from the film. You know?
Well, you know, I could
Boris хрен попадешь.
I could always take over. Oh, we have Jerry Popper here.
I need to refresh 100 times before it shows up.
So Boris is now on 2 wins, and he is now up against Jerry Popper. Let me update the scores here. Okay, Dr. Satch is back in the room. Now let's...
Will it be 2v2?
Jerry Popper.
What? Oh, let me observe this.
Yeah, you're observing. You're with me, man. It's you and me co-commentating this game. I hear big typing.
Sorry, man.
Here we go. Boris is on a 2-win streak. 2 consecutive games in a row. He managed to succeed. He's up against now Jerry Popper, very interesting player with Super Weapon General against Nuke. Super Weapon is a highly superior army to Nuke, if you know how to play it. Now, let's see, there may be a little bit of lag in this game. Yes, and there does seem to be just a little bit. Not too much to make it unplayable. It's actually very playable within the range. 20 latency is about as far as you can go before it gets felt.
Man, it lags because of me, I think.
No,
Latency
it lags
is
because
high.
there are 4 players.
Yeah.
I mean, we can't all be in a LAN room, right?
Do they complain about lags? No?
No. They don't complain about lag with you and I. You and I are here, and we believe that it's going to be a good game, so they're not going to complain. Let me tell you right now. Say it with me. They're not going to complain. Come on.
They're not going to complain, guys.
They're going to have a good time, right? Come on, say it. They're going to have a great one, right?
They're going to have a great one.
Say it like this. We're going to have a great game. Say it with energy. High energy.
Great game.
That's right. High energy. High energy. Dr. Satch. That's what we like on this stream, don't we? High energy people. No low energy. You don't want to fall asleep like on a Dominator stream. You don't want to be annoyed by nasally voices on a Logica stream. You don't want to be thinking about all the things that Legionnaire is trying to tell you that are too technical so you can't even understand what he's saying. You don't
this is midnight for me, okay?
Let me tell you, you want a Jundi stream. Jundi is the chief of streamers, the greatest streamer of all. And for everybody listening to me, this is completely just satire. I'm not making fun of other streamers. Get it through your heads, guys. It's a joke. Anyway, here, what do you see right now, Dr. Satch? Take over. Give me your best shot. Pay attention.
Tommy said recently, oh man, give me some more subs from your stream.
Come on. Tell the viewers what you're seeing. Tell the viewers what you're seeing.
God. Victor has 600 viewers, and Tommy says, oh man, give me some more your subscribers.
Oh, he's getting jealous of Victor's big subscription counts.
Yeah.
Victor says, hey, like these, you see my enormous stream count is the best stream ever. You see here, Boris, Boris going! Jerry Popper has EMP hits the Battle Master! Oh! Like that?
That EMP Patriot is retarded.
EMP Patriot, extremely retarded! I can't understand! Right, like that? You know how Victor streams.
Like, you know the guy Lanky? He always plays one map.
Yeah.
And he picks SVG.
Uh-huh.
And every time he plays, he builds up Patriots in the center, and that's very sad.
Oh, that's too bad.
I can't play that way.
It hurts people when others play that way. It's just too much for them. Too much, you know, you have to sit back and you have to think to yourself, oh no, now I have to go up against all these EMP Patriots. This is so annoying. What am I going to do?
And we got one more Psycho. Redman is nicknamed.
Oh yeah, Redman playing Amphibious Patrol.
He always plays Amphibious Patrol.
Yep, Amphibious Patrol. He's been playing that ever since I've been in the game. All the way back to 2010 or 11 about, I can remember, Redman Amphibious Patrol map. He used to have stats something like 3,400 wins, 300 something losses. Anyway, Jerry Popper actually managed to take the top oil and the oil refinery, and he's getting himself into a fine position, except he doesn't have any units on the field at all.
One map champion.
He's what a champion should be. He's my hero, Jerry Popper. But Boris is capturing...
What pisses me off is that he takes that 3-vat buggy from my base and starts killing me.
Takes that 3-vat buggy, gets to my base and starts killing me. Look at that, he's getting himself force. Getting himself a small force ready.
The great singer is dying in you, like it.
Oh, apparently I'm a great everything, people tell me, but if I am so great, why aren't I great? At the end of the day, what it comes down to is You guys are great. You guys are what makes me great. Without you guys, I'm just Likey's.
Lakis is the greatest grate in the world.
Ah, yes. You know, I'm made of steel, like a real grate, you know? Like a storm grate or something, you know? You ever see one of those?
Oh my god. I remember the copper thing made by a brother.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
In God we trust.
In God we trust.
I would
Oh,
use it like a money in
can
Russia.
you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? You ever
Did
sing?
they sell that thing?
You ever sing the
Or just
national
kept
anthem?
as a souvenir?
Yeah. It's kind of like a souvenir, you know, pendant, amulet, all sorts of things. Look at that. He drove a nuclear overlord with no ECM, nothing, straight into the base. Oh, this is some very interesting gameplay we're seeing here right now. He's actually getting a nuclear missile for Nuke Migs back in the base, but I feel sorry, a little bit sorry. Jerry Popper, he built his EMP in the wrong position, needed to be at the top instead of a fire base. Then he could have got it.
Stopped at the right place.
Yeah, stopped at the right place, shut off the power. Man, that's nice. Now, Dr. Satch, I'm going to make a request. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Ready for what?
You got to say, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
He's ready! Now, I want you, right now,
I'm ready.
right now.
I'm ready.
I need you to commentate this game at the fastest possible rate you can.
Oh my god.
Do it. Ready? Go.
I can't
Do
match
it.
your skills
I believe in
at
you.
this.
I know you can. I know you can.
I can't. No,
I know
no.
you can. You say you know
Yeah,
how
Bill
I do all
is
this stuff and you
screwing
say
up.
I'm the greatest? That's because I don't say
Oh
I
my
can't.
God.
I say I can do it.
I can do it, but I can't.
Now
That's
that's
a
a
miracle.
load of nonsense. That's self-pity right there. You got to get out there and you got
That's
to
a
say,
crap.
I can do it. I can see everything going on in the game. I can see Black Lotus
Oh my
following
God.
those overlords at the top of the map. I can see that the
Lotus.
Chinooks need to move. I can see that the Humvee is heading up to the top. I can see everything going on in the mini-map. I can see that he's upgrading Nuke Migs. I can see that he's flying one around the bottom. I can see that he's got the oil down there. I can see all this stuff going on. I can believe that Dr. Satch 2 can do this feat of verbal sleight of hand.
I hardly can do this even in Russian, you know, man. What is it?
Hey, do it your best in Russian. Go for it. Go for it. Come on.
Victor is the best in Russian.
Oh, I know. He's better than
He's
me.
the best.
He's amazing.
He's-
You gotta, come on. Give it your
that's
best shot
the
in Russian.
reason. That's the reason why he got 600 views, I guess.
Yeah, that's the reason that Likey's watches Victor and not so many of these other streamers, because Victor, he makes it fun. I watch his streams and I say, this man truly loves to see
Imagine if
action.
he knew English language more fluent. He would kill all the streams.
Oh yeah, he would be the chief streamer, let me tell you. Just imagine, what's more fun than somebody who knows enough about the game to know the names of everything and what's going on, but who can also interject, put in between comments about the game, everything else that you want to hear about everything else going on.
He tells a whole story about the game.
Yeah, he makes every single game into a journey. Every stream is about 2 players or more and their journey from start to finish of a match. And that's something that a lot of people just neglect. They think that you're watching the stream for technical reasons, but it makes no sense. Who watches a stream purely to learn about the game? Just, you know, purely to learn about it. You can learn about the game from watching streams, but man, at the same time, just have fun.
Jerry Popper didn't sell his CC at all, right?
No, Jerry Popper, he didn't sell his CC. I gotta say, he played pretty good for somebody who didn't sell his command center. He actually didn't need to sell it. If he would have played a little bit more properly with his placement of EMPs and getting himself some Humvees ready to start, he could have made this a miserable game for Boris. Boris wouldn't have been
He
able to
hopes
win.
to get the general promotion, I think. That's why he didn't sell it
Yeah, perhaps,
at the
perhaps.
time.
He did do a quick oil capture,
Oh
which
my
was
God.
nice to see.
He lost to map control.
Yeah, he
No
lost the
oil
map
grab.
control pretty good there.
He did the same as me.
Yeah, Boris has... I think the thing that makes Boris a stronger player
Jerry
is
Popper,
just that aggression.
best losing strategy.
Yeah, he's got that raw aggression. Now, curiously enough, if
you want to lose fast, be like Jerry Popper or me.
Who's bad? You did better than Jerry Popper because you actually did damage to Boris's base, whereas Jerry Popper could have done better, but he didn't do any damage at all.
Jerry Popper needs more confidence, I think.
Jerry Popper, that guy, what a nice guy. Look at that big laser lock he did there.
Jerry Popper needs to pop up.
Jerry Popper needs to pop up that skill level. He needs to be popping with excitement. He needs to be popping with tactical prowess. He really needs to just completely overtake, encapsulate
maybe he will pop up with GLA.
He needs to fill this game with his spirit. He needs to play.
Look at that lonely city. Look at this. Look at this. You see a tank standing somewhere and moving now.
Very interesting. He has a Humvee at the bottom. Uh-oh.
Oh my god.
I was hoping we weren't going to see a DC there. Don't want to see any disconnects. This game...
Humvee driver smoking weed, actually. He didn't want him to see. Doing this
about over
nasty things.
Poor Jerry. He is going to get the Black Lotus, though.
Lotus spotted.
Yep, he got himself the Lotus. He gets himself the Humvee as well, and that looks like the end of Jerry Popper.
Victor used to say Lotus is a bitch, which is needed to be killed as soon as possible.
Oh, he still says that.
But he likes her. Actually, he wants her to be her wife or something.
Very interesting.
If he could,
very interesting.
if he could, I think.
My word, look at that there.
He would marry a Chinese girl, actually, I think.
Well, you know, I don't know if you'd be offended, but Russia is in Asia. And
if she had big boobs.
Russia is in Asia, and Russia, you know, Russia has a lot of people who are Asian in it. You know, they're not all Caucasoids. Yeah. Some of them are Mongoloid.
That's not a problem for them.
No, that's not a problem. Well, a lot of people, they see, you know, they say, this is a beautiful, I love beautiful Russian women. You know, they say that a lot. Defeated. But I always have to point out, you're usually not looking at a beautiful Russian woman. You're looking at a beautiful woman who is from West Europe, who married a Russian, and they had kids, and that's why they look like that. Because if you look at the ancestral Russian people, they have a lot more Mongoloid in them than the Caucasoid that you see most often. Which, you know, you know what I'm saying, though. You know, white people.
I think mixing blood is very great.
Yeah, if you want to make beautiful women, just put a little bit of Western European in them, a little bit of that blonde hair, blue eyes in anybody, and next thing you know, you say, "Oh, it's a bombshell," you know. You'll have Dr. Satch over there drooling.
And you can add some Latin America.
I never seen somebody so good looking in my life. Dr. Satch has his chin on the floor and he needs to scrape it up with a shovel. He just can't get it off.
Oh no, I'm not gonna play this.
No, you don't have to play him. You don't have to play him. You go observe. You go observe.
I want to play and observe. Or observe and...
Now I'll play him. I'll play him.
Okay.
Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get.
Make a flawless victory like in Mortal Kombat.
Oh, here, I'll lose. I'll lose, okay. Stealth first tank.
It could be a challenge. If you lose no unit in the game, you win the special prize for flawless victory.
Yeah, you can, here, you can commentate this one. I'll just play it.
And you can have a flawless victory counter on the game replays org.
Yeah, I can do a challenge for flawless victories.
I do what I am told. I will work. What do you want with me?
Or a challenge for killing Lotus or German Cal.
Okay,
Stealth GLA is one of the most annoying armies
I will
to
obey.
me.
It's
Please,
also
hammer.
one of the
Okay,
weakest
okay, I will work.
one of the weakest
I will do
armies
what I
against tank early on.
Because it has no tanks or stuff like
I
that.
Yep,
will
because
work.
it has no tanks.
I'm hungry.
There's battle buses, right?
I will
Yeah, it
work.
has battle buses.
I am finished with the
It has what it
Okay,
needs, it just
here
doesn't
I
have
go.
what it
What do you want with
needs early on. You know, it only has quads, which are just a wee bit difficult.
But stealth versus Tox is
me? Do what I'm told.
not a good
Can I
thing,
have some
I think.
shoes? My hat
Tox and
is
shells
complete. I'm just a peasant.
are huge versus stealth.
Do not hurt me. Has been
The
completed.
tunnels will protect us. Guarding the GLA underground.
But the most scary thing for me is that stealth
Yes, I
is
know.
sneaking
I'm
and
hungry.
hunting for my dozer.
We are
Always hunting for the dozer.
Need a new vehicle? I'll make some
going.
money.
A warrior has
And I get only one builder instead of two.
What do you want with
That
me?
sucks.
Let's get in the fight. What do you want?
Very interesting
Oh my god.
what Boris went for there.
Do
Hey,
not hurt
oh
me.
my god. You got 6 workers on one supply
Clan is strong.
Building.
and 4 workers
Oh,
on second supply.
what a misclick.
That's some
What do you want?
uneven math in
I'm
this.
A little bit of a
hungry.
discrepancy, yes?
Look, if you pick the supply from the other side, is it faster or no?
Not particularly.
With the building.
4 on the floor.
Oh my god.
What I should say is it's
I'm
different.
just a peasant.
Hang
Building
on.
But to
construction.
pick supply from the supply piles, it can be done separately and in the same time, right?
Yes, I know.
Uh,
That's an interesting thing
Yes, I know.
about the game.
Still run.
ooh,
We are
look
going.
at
We
that
are
there.
going.
For example, in the center of the map, you see the piles.
Going.
I think you
Yes, I
can
know. We are
manually
a warrior has
are
fallen.
move the worker and they will gather separately and at the same time
going. It still
it
run.
will be faster.
Cannot we live in
What?
peace?
We are going. Yes, I know.
Anyway, that needs microing.
We fear nothing. Find
I'm
me a
not that skilled
Hang on.
microing
Lot of work.
such things.
The tunnels will protect
Oh my god, do you see that steamboat?
Out of my vehicle, all of you. Good idea.
What do you want?
A warrior has fallen.
Don't push me.
Oh shit. Bad engagement, right?
They are pretty.
Yes, bad engagement by him, but
Must be
Mine screwing the game.
will protect us.
I should be fine here.
Must be preserved.
Quad cannon.
Building construction has been completed. Do not
Do more terror attacks just for fun.
Don't get on my bad side.
You must prove you have late night show like it.
I do not have patience.
A really late night.
finished with the building.
Going.
Quick, ready yourself.
I am in either direction.
I do not have patience for this.
Oh my god, that scraps.
Quad cannon. Start the building. Get on my bad side. Quad cannon. Quads. Don't push me.
Well done, gentlemen. You have reached a higher rank.
Those are escaping.
Okay, I will work. Building
A
construction.
warrior has fallen.
Quad cannon.
But this is GG, I think.
Yeah, this is GG.
Stop the
I didn't want to play and beat Boris, but
Yes.
I had to have somebody on the screen. Can't have too much downtime.
Oh my god.
I do not have patience for this.
Complete disaster for Chinese people.
Yeah, he did what he needed to do was to put pressure on me.
They should carry out the burial ceremony.
I had no pressure on me in that game, so all I had to do was essentially just keep attacking him. I also did very bad. Very
Was it
bad.
tank or vanilla China?
He was tank.
Oh my god, he was tank. He
That
should be
was
more aggressive.
Did you see my worst move there? I lost my first RPG tech.
Yeah, I saw that. It was Great and unfortunate thing in the early beginning.
Yeah, it was
But he
very
came back.
unfortunate right in the beginning of that
Came
game.
back. Do you see the game? Third game from the top? 1v1? Barbosa. Or Zaragoza. Blasted Lands map. Can we join this? Or no? No, we can't. We can't.
Now, Boris
They are-
obviously has a good idea of how to play, but he is a little bit slow with his
Maybe Boris's aces undercover.
If Boris is aces undercover and I beat him that easily, then
He is not, because aces has a different name, I know that, but still it would be fun to think of it
are you coming?
as it was. I'm stuck in the lobby because I don't see this game
Is he
again.
stuck in the lobby?
Kremlin is objecting me to join this room, I think,
What room?
because we want to kill the birds. The birds, the blade.
The birds.
How is it called? Lasagna with the oven? No.
What, the pasta?
Okay, I see.
Lasagna. Lasagna.
There was some coronavirus rooms made above your room.
Ah, I see. So people like to think about the coronavirus while they play. Isn't that strange?
How long ago did you start streaming, Lakis? I see that you have less subscribers than anyone else, but you have
Oh,
skill
I
in
didn't start that
commentating.
long ago, but for the most part, well, you know, I'm a boring streamer, so most people they would rather not. They would really rather not.
I think if we pick the right events, you could do it easily and get more subscribers, stuff like that.
I'm not in it for the subscription counts or anything. I just stream to stream, you know, because
You just do it just for fun, I see.
yeah, everybody else, they do it for fun too, I guess.
Am I playing?
And everything. Oh, you're not playing? Oh, you're playing. You can play Tech T.
I
Tech T's not.
I
that
screwed
good.
this. I screwed this map many times when I was in tourneys.
Okay, you have laser against air. You know what you do as laser against air?
I should do some drops, but
No.
my green is very bad.
Big newbie drops. No. Go dual supply, and then go barracks and war factory, just like normal. Just like normal. Go normal V's. Go dual supply, and then one war factory, one barracks. That's all you need. Hey,
Oh my god, Staradoza, it was a mistake.
drive that up to his second supply. Okay, just go for a war factory instead then. Just go for a war factory and no barracks. Because now you need the extra money just for the supply. Get your second supply.
I can't throw down the second supply.
There you go. Now the first unit you're going to build, immediately out of your war factory, is a Humvee and rally point it all the way right up in his base.
Yeah.
And that Humvee, what you're going to do with it is you're just going to drive it right up behind his airfield, wherever it is, and you're going to shoot the Raptors and destroy him. He's not going to be able to do anything because you're going to out-micro him. You're a better player, right? You're stronger than him?
I want to be stronger than him.
Don't say that. Say, I am a better player than him.
I joking.
Hey man, high confidence or no confidence? Okay,
Okay.
your next thing to build now, after you get a second Chinook at your top supply there, is an Avenger. Yep, run those guys over. Get right up to the top airfield. Right up to the top air. Oh, he's going for Comanches.
I don't have toes.
Do you have tow missiles?
No.
Well, heck, now you gotta drive away. That thing will eat your Humvees right up. That's weird. Get an Avenger and drop the Avenger into his supply line. That'll get him. He's only on one, so... no, he's on 2 supplies. Interesting. Check time.
Oh my god, I lost one more on me.
Now, I don't know why you built a barracks.
Screwing this up.
No, you're doing fine. All you gotta do right now is just drop an Avenger right in his base. Go ahead, plop that sucker right behind his airfield. And then just get another one in your base. One that sits in your base. Do-do-do-do-do. I see you'd rather drive it all the way up the middle than drop it, but that's fine. Just don't panic.
Clear that shit from the flank.
You just need one in your base. You'll be fine. He's gonna hunt your second dozer, but that's fine because you have a third one. Now, his Comanches are behind your building, so you should drive your Avenger back there. Oh look, you're curiously driving right up into the supply line. Ah, there he goes for your other dozer. Which you should drive back to your buildings in your base before he spots it. Ooh, that was pretty good, but would have been better drop.
Oh my god, I lost this shit.
Oh no, you're fine. Keep your Comanches collecting. Keep your your Chinook collecting.
That was a big mistake. Oh my god, lost this to nothing.
But now, even if you lose this game, do you understand the idea that I tried to convey?
Yeah.
Basically, he would have completely lost this game. There you go, look at that. Problem is, you needed 2 Avengers.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I did great with this ranger, actually.
Yeah.
Got 2 vets.
A lot of people think that air is an immediate loss. Not so outside of the expert level. You still have a very good opportunity to defeat air. Especially if they go for dual Comanche. That's just weird. You don't usually see that. Normally somebody would go for Raptors. If you would have went Raptors and didn't do anything, would have really beat you right now. Yo, Naheem Baba.
Laser locked one, dozer, and laser locking this. I hope I get this.
There he goes with the rocket pods and the
Oh my god! I wonder if I have any doses.
Nah, he got your last one, but you got his last dozer as well. Curiously enough. You can build a whole bunch of guys out of your barracks still.
I won't make it.
He's floating a lot of money.
This because I had only 1 energy left.
Yep.
I screwed.
You did good enough.
Yes, it was a good try. We need to overcome our fears and stuff.
Oh yeah. It's pretty. It's really not as hard to play Zero Hour as a lot of people think. It's just understanding the matchups, understanding how to do things, which comes with experience.
Boyka said that you need to have a plan. I don't have a plan because I don't want to plan. I don't like planning.
Big Dr. said don't like planning. Big boy don't like planning. No.
You know, that thing is, I don't want to know what's ahead. And
You don't want to know what's ahead?
that's
Well,
why,
let me tell you.
because I don't want
Do
planning.
you know what's ahead of everybody?
I know if I plan, I know that will be ahead, and that's the thing. I don't want to be planning anything.
If you
I
remember
got so
what,
many words.
do you remember what General Alexander says? General Alexander in the campaign, or
What
rather
did she say?
in the challenge.
Oh yes, I remember, but
If you
slipped
fail
off my
to
mind.
plan, you plan.
If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Dr. Sacchio, go observe, yo, and watch me, yo. Big odds.
I'll work on reinforcement pad,
Come on, Tech Tie.
add in some commentaries
Did you see Tech Tie? He sat there for a second when you went
to
observe.
the victorious game.
He's like, wait a minute. Oh, he unplugged his.
Oh my God.
Unplugged his router. He unplugged his router. Oh no, he plugged it back in too
No, no,
soon.
no.
It might load.
No,
Oh, no,
it was Victor.
He plugged it
losing
back
his
in
plug.
too soon. He plugged his router
That's
back
why.
in too
That's why his nickname is Tech Tie.
Yeah, he gets tied up
Yes.
in
Yes.
his core. Yeah, man.
Do not hurt me.
Okay, let's see here. There's a stealth mirror on this map. I'm gonna try to play it easy
That building cannot fit there.
on him,
That is what you
just
want.
because
I'm hungry.
the last game
And
I
have some
played a little
shoes.
bit too
You
hard,
change your mind
and I
often.
kind of
You
felt
know, the
bad.
shape of the map is very bad,
It's an
but
interesting shape.
the quality of the map is very high.
Just a peasant. I will work. I am.
That's
I
strange.
will build there. I will work. Okay, I will work. I will try to hurry. Live in peace.
I think your boxing is not as perfect as it could be,
Upgrade
It's not
because
ethical
he can
either.
Hammer is heavy.
pass from your brags
If that is what you want. What do you want with me? Does it have
1 meter space
When I have
to enter this box,
building construction has been
and to give free boxes to all your workers
do what I am told. Are there not better
from the KFC.
complete.
From the KFC.
But the KFC will be deadly, you know.
Yes.
Hey, hey, KFC.
Okay, I will
It's
work.
Filled
a
with
place
toxins.
for you
I will
and
go.
me.
Finished with
A place that Dr. Satch can be so free.
my work is complete.
Guarding the GLA underground will protect
Right, old
us.
Docky?
I sense
Feel free to taste
I do what
Toxin
I am told.
KFC.
You're afraid to taste KFC.
Preserve it. Let's get in the
No, Toxin KFC.
Oh, toxin
That
cake.
scary thing.
Ready yourself. Stay close to safety.
We take what we need.
KFC food, which is
Load it!
stored
I will obey.
too much time,
It's hard
What do you
work.
want?
becomes toxic.
We are going. Load
No,
it!
no.
It's
What you
still
talking
run.
about?
Find me a crash site. We are
Oh
going.
no, I know.
Find me a crash site.
Conservants,
Load it! Hang
don't
on.
let it be toxic.
We fear nothing.
I am
Find me a
finished
crash
with the
site.
building.
It still runs.
KFC food can't die so fast, right?
I sense
We
danger,
take what we
mini
need.
Oh my god.
It still runs. We are going. Find
Are you just running over or making a terror attack?
Has fallen.
Just running over.
Oh, you were just running over, right?
Cannot
You were racing.
If
I'm
that is
racing.
what
the
you want.
GLA underground.
Just racing.
Now you are raced.
Look at that. What a jerk.
We fear
You know what that
You know,
means?
RPGs
I
can't
will go.
Quad
put
cannon.
booby traps, right?
It still
Cannot we
runs.
live in peace?
They can only shoot rockets.
Let's get in the fight. Hang on. Yes, I know.
That's a strange thing about RPGs. Chinese RPGs can put a booby trap. But GLA RPGs can't,
We fear nothing. We are going.
though they are GLAs. They should have booby traps,
Load it!
because they are
Out of my vehicle, all of you.
a terrorist army,
We are going. Quad cannon.
or whatever.
Cannot we live
A
in
warrior has fallen.
Too
They
late.
have no technology to set a booby trap, I think. That's why they don't have it.
That is what you want.
Quick, ready yourself.
He's too late. He could not get me tunnels.
Can you hide the worker before the spawn? 3 or not?
Okay,
I
okay, I will work.
I think you can.
I will
A
do the
new
best
camo
I
netting
can.
has
Yes,
arrived.
I do what I am told.
If you choose the right spot,
This
you can
hammer
hide.
is heavy.
The tunnels will protect us. Okay, over
Oh,
there.
you are stealth, right?
We must be
Tech
careful.
tie. I thought Tech tie would be more technical with his technicals,
Well,
That was a lot of
you
but
see,
he's
I
not.
put a lot of
Land
pressure
must
on
be
him.
preserved.
Quad cannon.
He's not taking his oil,
Get there.
Quick, over there.
and he's not picking the
There.
the supply crates
Protect us.
Quad
in
cannon.
the north.
I sense danger maybe near. Guarding the GLA underground.
Are the supply crates on your side,
Okay, over
bottom?
there.
No?
Don't let them get away. Over there.
United Nations boxes.
Watch your
Yeah,
step.
those nice.
You don't have United Nations box.
Don't get on my bad side.
I'm hungry.
You didn't ask them for it.
Land must be preserved.
That's why you don't get it.
A warrior has fallen.
I never played this map.
Upgrade
Oh my god.
complete.
The tunnels will protect us.
Then we should pick the map he knows to make it fair play.
We are
Well,
victorious.
it really doesn't change anything if you play like he did in that game there, where you don't put any pressure on your opponent at all. Then it wouldn't matter what map he played; he would lose no matter what. You have
I'm doing the same.
you have to
most
pressure
times.
your opponent, or it just doesn't work.
I think because I'm a kind person.
Yeah, maybe you're just too nice for it all, you know?
Not evil. Not evil person.
Nope, not an evil person. Just a nice guy.
I'm not having aggression.
Let's see. Pick a map that people know. What map do people know?
I'm becoming evil person when they get me
When
and
they
my
get
nerves.
him. When who gets you?
I would call them enemies.
The
Enemies of my mind.
The enemies of the free world.
Rank coastal conflict. Underestimated map, I think.
Yeah, it's very underestimated map.
Oh, natural threats.
Now you see, I'm not even,
Natural threats. Where is Jerry Popper? He promised to pop up as GLA
big Jerry Popper. He would have
and to
been.
defeat you.
He probably would have been a better opponent for you.
Maybe some of the Russian guys.
Let's see if somebody will join.
Oh my god, you know, the funny thing is Victor sent the money to me. I thought the sponsor would send the money right straight to the Dominator, but they didn't.
Oh boy, so you had to send money.
I need to do some transfer money operations.
Well, PayPal makes it all easy if that's ever available. You want to go up against Joey?
There are some issues with Czech Republic with money transfer. I don't know why,
Yeah,
but Vlad said
very
you
interesting.
can't send the money from Czech Republic.
Can't send the money from the Czech Republic to the
That's
UK.
weird.
That's strange.
Czech is in Europe, right?
Yeah, Czech
should
is in
be.
Europe. Towards
It
Eastern
should
Europe.
be. It should be no problem, but it is.
Yeah, that's
Who
weird.
was joining? Somebody joined the room and quit.
Yeah, that was Mr. Joey Cash. You know Mr.
Joey
You know
Cash?
Mr. Johnny Cash.
I know Johnny Cash.
Okay. He knows Johnny Cash. He knows all.
I know Johnny Watson.
Do you know
know?
Jose Luis Perales?
Luis Ferrari?
Carmen Goy?
No.
Dominator?
Dominator, right?
I knew we had something in common. Nah.
Do you know Hand of Doom? A guy from Lebanon?
Yeah, I know Hand of
And
Doom.
a nice guy, as we are, as we like it.
Yes, he is one of those guys who...
But he's not in the game.
Not in the
Hope
game.
he's fine.
Yeah, a lot of people stay out of the game scene because it's very
Well,
cool.
Want to see them healthy and wealthy.
Healthy and wealthy.
Because I don't see them, I think something wrong happening to them. That's kind of paranoia sometimes. But I hope they are fine.
That's big paranoia. Well, something to always remember.
He showed from time to time, but recently he didn't. That's why I'm worried about. Legs Dealer. Legs Dealer.
Legs Dealer, you know who that is, don't you?
He sells Bush's legs or something.
Bush's legs?
Chicken food.
You
Chicken
mean like
food.
Bush's baked beans?
Yeah. Gooby?
No, that's Jarman Electra from the forums. He is here to begin his rampage of doom. He is the tank
Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
against USA. Dr. Satch with the USA is going to do very well against Legs Dealer, who is considerably more experienced general. However, we all know that Dr. Satch has something that nobody else has. I don't know what it is, but he keeps it hidden in a box somewhere in his room, and I've yet to discover it, but I know it's there.
I have super newbie tactics.
Now, if his super newbie tactics include going dual supply and defending himself, then he should be good. But if he decides for some inexplicable reason to go all in against tank, and he loses that way, then he deserved it. Gotta play defensive against tank. Here we see Legs Dealer dealing in legs, selling them any way you like them. Shaven, hairy, curly hair, black, white, or V-neck. Anyway, he has no preference, no discriminatory practices. He knows that at the end of the day, the only thing he wants to say is, thank you for your business. On the other hand, we have Dr. Satch.
I want to check one's tactics.
Dr. Satch
Not sure if it
sitting down
works.
in his base, sending all of his missile defenders curiously all the way up into the middle. Perhaps he's going to get in the buildings to deny Gatling tanks. But Gatling tanks most often do, as we see here, going around circumventing. Oh, and that is a very interesting attempt there. He's going for a big, bad tank drop. And he's going to drop the tank right in the supply line. And that is going to be very annoying for Legs Dealer to deal with. Because that tank is going to essentially crumble the supply. He turned around the Gatling tank to target down the Chinook, but the Chinook makes it away unscathed mostly. Big laser lock will stop the Gatling there, and it should stop that Dragon as well. Back in the base, he needs to be careful. He's going to lose one Chinook here. He needs to defend himself. He needs to move his Chinook away and defend his supply. He continues to do a lot of big damage against Legs Dealer. He needs to run over those guys, though. Ooh, too bad. Gonna lose that. He's still on 2 Chinooks, and he's good there, but he needs to use this Paladin tank. He needs to target the Gatling tank, and he needs to keep his Comanches alive. That's his biggest thing here. A little bit of
Oh my god, I got distracted.
A little bit of miss-macro distraction is causing him a little bit of a headache, but he's not in too bad of shape. He could still do very well here. He needs to remember the Legs Dealer is just now getting back on 2 supplies, so it's not like he's doing that good. Although the loss of a Chinook is always the biggest hit to your economy as USA, and your economy as USA is your game. He needs to get his other tank to defend his supplies, send his Chinook away again, because there comes yet another Gatling tank, which is targeting down the Chinook. And if that Chinook goes down, that's game. Ooh, looks like the Chinook will hit the mustard. Down it goes. Hits the Mustard Keller buildings. That was very promising. As we've seen with
Oh my
each
God, I'm
game,
losing
Dr.
this.
Satch gets a little bit more confident. He gets a little bit stronger. Before you know it, he's going to be beating size, and he'll be our newest expert in the 0-hour section. Just needs to work on that macro a little bit. Needs to know where to look at what time and what to do. There we see Legs Dealer totally engulfing the base with Gatling tanks, and he will be our new player. So I'll pop up.
Oh my God. Too many gats.
Legs Dealer versus the world at 1-0.
Who's those are hunting me?
Ooh, look at that.
Can I run over them? Oh my God.
There you go. With a big bomb on you.
They put the booby traps. That's crap for me.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Pretty hard.
Oh, GG.
GG thrown by Legs Dealer and Dr. Satch with the big re. And you know
have
what the
been
re
defeated.
means? That means reconsider rematching, because you're not. I mean,
Rematch, right.
rematch. It means rematch and nothing else. No matter what anybody tells you, it means rematch.
He was tank, right?
Yes, he was tank. Now you did a very good start there. Where you made your mistake was you needed to keep your Chinooks alive.
And more flank control. I missed gats coming from the north.
Yeah, what you need to do is you need to keep your tanks on guard mode.
I think I'm a little bit doing some rushes and stuff.
Yeah, you're pretty alright on the first move. First move of the game, you're just as good as your opponent.
I need to keep the tempo as I do at the start and moving on and having the game. But usually I screw this. There's a guy called Hugh. He calls me noob. I know that I'm noob. I'm not a noob, I'm 80 level. That's the difference.
Okay, I'm gonna stream Freestyler against Dominator now, so...
Are you serious, man?
Yeah, Freestyler versus Dominator now.
I don't see the room.
No, they're gonna make a new room. I'm gonna have to commentate that alone, though, because I'm gonna need all of my speed. So I'm going to have to end this stream now.
Should I plug off?
You can keep going. You can keep playing games, getting better and better.
I can keep saying Russian words, right?
Yep, keep saying Russian words. Okay, that's the end of this stream. I'm going to start another one.